All right, man. Phil Knight bids $2 billion to buy the Trailblazers. I believe they original owner Paul Allen passed away quite a while ago. Let me double check that. He passed away. I would say 2 years ago. Gosh, shit, about 4 years ago. Coming up on our anniversary of four. So I'm talking about that. But first, LeBron James, Krispy Kreme donut, Kenny Shack. Shout out to LeBron James. Becomes the first active basketball players to reach 1 billion. Inflation going up. Everybody becoming billionaires. I feel like not literally, but I feel like a lot of people becoming billionaires. I mean, Kanye say he worth 3 or 4. Rihanna worth almost 2. Jay worth a bill. I mean, Puff right there. What's my man's name? Dr. Dre. He right there knocking on the door. So inflation going up when people popping up, becoming billionaires like that. And not no hateful stuff. It just let you know where inflation lying at. Lying. You know, where it's kind of at. But congratulations, LeBron James, the first. You know, he the first, not the second, not the third. He's the first active player to reach a billion. Then he could have been there too, but he was taking. He never made the max. I believe in his career, especially when he was in Miami. He took less. And I think he finally just made the max when he got to LA. He said it was time for me to stop taking less money. So he's been taking less money majority of his career to win championships, and that's the sacrifice that you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Um, excuse me. You got to take less, to make all them different players work. I mean, Tom Brady did it. I mean, shit. It's a salary cap. Unless it's baseball, you ain't got to do that. But it's a huge. Michael Jordan wasn't an active billionaire. I think when Michael Jordan retired, the max at the time was like 36 million dollars. In inflation, that's damn near what 60, $70 million. So, in the '90s it was different. People forget that the decade kicked off with somewhat of a recession or the end of recession. I believe they had the Gulf War, whatever it was, where they had early '90s. And then once the war kind of tapered off, then it seemed like it boomed in the '90s. And then you get to the 2000s and repeat itself in the war in Iraq. Then a couple years like right after that, then you had the biggest recession. I remember I was in high school. Gas. I was driving for the first time. Gas was $4 a gallon. Damn, I think it did get up to $4 a gallon when I was in high school, and I was trying to form all these boycotts about getting gas, and obviously boycotts rarely work, especially in today's age where people really don't have no integrity no more and don't care about nothing. So yeah, in the 2010s, kicking off the tens, it really wasn't no major war. You know what I'm saying? So it really skipped the decade in my mind. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me in the comment section. So in my mind, what I'm saying, even though we're not involved in the current war, but we kind of is because of the gas, the Russia, and all that. But nonetheless, you know, so it's you kind of skipped a decade in my mind. Skipped the tens, 2010s, went to 20. So the 90s, the 2000s, probably even the 80s. I don't remember, but I wasn't alive at the beginning of the 80s. But nonetheless, still a great feat for him. He probably been a billionaire to be honest. It's just Forbes just officially saying he a billionaire, which they don't really track. They track your liquid. They track some houses. I mean, the real estate and companies. He probably been had $1 billion, but it ain't like when they say you a billionaire. It ain't like I could reach out and I got $1 billion. Okay, you know what I'm saying. It depends how liquid that money is. You can't go to the bank and get $1 billion. You can't go down there and get 20,000. You got to call them before you come, and then they get the 20,000 for you because they invest your money. And the interest rate is very, very low. That's why they tell you don't save your money and keep your money in the bank, right? But he missed the playoffs for just the fourth time in 19 seasons. But LeBron did still score as the first active NBA player to make our list. So this stay list. But LeBron, 18-time NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA champion, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, has yet to hit another milestone. This time, doing something no other NBA player have done. After another monster year of earnings totaling 121.2 million last year, Forbes estimate James has officially become a billionaire while still playing hoops. So, 37-year-old superstar has a net worth of 1 billion by Forbes count. James, who's missed the playoffs just the fourth time in 19 seasons, see I got to demote him, is the first active NBA player to make a billionaires list. Michael Jordan is the only other basketball billionaire who didn't hit 10 figures until 2014, more than a decade after he retired, thanks to well-timed investment in the Charlotte Hornets basketball team. Quote, "It's my biggest milestone," James told GQ in the Profit 2014 Profit 2014 interview, excuse me. Quote, "Obviously, I want to maximize my business, and if I happen to get it, if I happen to hit $1 billion athlete, oh, hip hop hooray, oh my God, I'm going to be excited." So that was his quote in 2014. He hit it. I hit it first. So shout out to LeBron getting in there, man. And just think about somebody who didn't grow up with a father in his house, grew up from Akron, even though he's still not the richest person in Akron. That goes to Martha Firestone Ford, uh, former owner of the Detroit Lions. Her husband was Bill Ford, was the founder of maybe Ford Motor Company. Yeah, she's originally from Akron, so she's still alive, ticking and well. And her daughter runs the Lions now, but she is the richest person in Akron, if you was wondering. But from Akron, but her, the Ford, it was the only big three, back in the 2000 recession that didn't take the buyout, and most of the employees will let you know it, from what I understood. So shit, I mean, this shit's time to celebrate, bro. But he probably been worth more than $1 billion. This is by their accounts. You really can't track somebody money all together, but it's just a start. He had to play long enough. Um, and still pretty playing at a high level. But when we talk about this next guy, we talking about what's my man's that own Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and we talk about Elon Musk. It's a lot of work to be done, but you got to understand, both of them had assists from rich parents, from wealthy parents. So that's something you got to think about. LeBron did this without an assist. Michael did this without an assist. Well, Michael didn't listen to his parents. How about let me stop about and sign with Nike and take the meet with Nike? Then he wouldn't have did that. Michael Johnson left like $50 million on the table with Nike. You know, that's when it was like Blue Ribbon. It was known as a track shoe and all that, and they was known as a tennis track shoe type of company. And everybody thought Converse was gonna be the future and the past, the present, and the future. And Michael Jordan, just took Michael Jordan to do that. That could have been Magic. Could have been Magic and Mike. And Michael wanted to sign with Converse, but they had Michael Garr, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and they had Magic Johnson. So he had a full roster. So that's he didn't want to take a business with Nike, meet with Nike. He wanted to go sign with Adidas. Parents made him go take a business meeting with Nike. I believe I don't think it was George Garvin. It was another guy from Detroit. He passed up the deal. I forget the cat's name, man. He was from Detroit, and he passed up the original Nike deal. He took the Nike deal and didn't take the investment or take the stock. He left a lot of money on the table, So, but yeah, this is fantastic for him, man, and you know, shit, fantastic, bro. But I mean, what else can you say? So, nonetheless, let's move over to somebody that's worth $43 billion and 84 years old. Phil Knight, he a Dodger. I think he's a Dodgers co-owner. He made a $2 million bid for the Portland Trailblazers, a huge figure in Oregon sports and California entrepreneur, offered by the NBA franchise. It says Nike founder Phil Knight and Dodgers co-owner Alan Shmelinsky have made a $2 billion plus written offer to purchase the Portland Trailblazers. Sources tell ESPN discussions are ongoing with Paul Allen Trust that oversees the ownership team. Story soon. The presence of Phil Knight in the proposed ownership group speaks to his desire to keep the Blazers in Portland and move the franchise forward there. Again, talks ongoing the possible purchase of the franchise. So, he shouldn't have no issue getting it. Keep it in Portland. He don't want to move it. Um, I mean, it's pretty much what Portland got, bro. What else Portland got as far as the grand scheme of sports? I mean, they just got you got to go up to Seattle for the other completement of sports. So I met somebody else from Portland actually in college. You know, she had and her family had moved years before they had moved out of there and moved to they had moved to Southern California, I believe. Cool people though. But yeah, it's like 3 hours out from Seattle, but that's really what they got up there. Nike in Oregon, Oregon University, Oregon State, Nike, and then it's really the Portland Trailblazers that are professional teams from my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So we want to keep him there. I mean, he's 84, so I mean, I'm not sure how old the other guy is. He Alan Solomoninski. Let's see how old Alan Solomoninski is. He only 42 years old. So yep, he's only 42 years old. So the team will probably, he probably be making the moves, in the near future. So yeah, he's from Los Angeles. So, but if long as Phil Knight have his way, they probably gonna stay in Portland. They should stay in Portland, and that's a good move right there. Obviously, the NBA is getting two new teams. They getting one in Las Vegas and they getting one in Seattle. So before David, what was the NBA former NBA commissioner? I forget. David Stern, excuse me. Before David Stern retired, a lot of Seattle fans was mad at him because he didn't keep good on his promise of bringing the team to the back to Seattle after the Sonics moved to Oklahoma City. But now he gone. Seemed like he put a bug in uh, the new commissioner's ear and Adam Silver ear, and they made sure you got to understand this business. Their media deal got to get up, so it's probably gonna get two West Coast teams. So think about it. I say you just have per se, you have Seattle going to the West, Vegas going to the East. So all you're gonna do is, I'm just talking about for example, people understand. All you're gonna do is take Memphis, move it to the East, right? The East to get an additional team, right? That's how, you just move Vegas back to the West. So Vegas gonna be in the West, Seattle gonna be in the West. Team like Memphis probably gonna be in the East, possibly Minnesota might end up in the East. So it's gonna be either Minnesota or Memphis moving to the East more than likely. If I had to bet, so that's how it's gonna be. And the West get two new teams, the East get one team. So there you go, right there. So so it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, Phil Knight pretty much soon. He'll probably already run in the state of Oregon, but we will see. So I don't mind seeing that, man. As long as he keep him there, and they gonna put the money up regardless. So that's gonna rock. But they gonna put that bag up. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. Hit the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Congratulations to LeBron James. Um, financially you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Also, you check my link tree, Twitch the fastest way to Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Spotify, Anchor. You can find that. My link tree is the first in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Peace.